The owners of these photographs were all contract workers that came to Germany during the GDR times. Most of them I have never met in person. Each photograph carries a part of their life that they've decided to share with me. These photographs are freeze frames of the past. They possess a material form, but do not have memories of their own. There's always the risk of imposing my own narrative onto them, treating them only as objects. However, in the process of encountering the subjects in the photos, with their lived experiences, the photographs are contextualized. It accompanies someone's story. To describe an experience in the past, of a place that no longer exists, to a person who did not live during that time, extends the process beyond the immediate vicinity of only those who were witnesses. They allowed me, a stranger, to remember with them, for their memories to also be inhabited within me. In this space of exchange and dialogue, these different personal memories can encounter each other. The first message reads, Dear Hằng, I came to the GDR in 1981 to Cottbus. There were political structures that are similar to the one back home in Vietnam. Each team came with a leader. I was first the leader of a labor unit for 3 years. After that, I took part in the youth union and then I became a specialized official. Finally, I became youth union secretary. Many of the contract workers were very young when they came. The youth union plays a big role in helping these newcomers to integrate into their new life. It also helps build a sense of community and support amongst the workers. The union held many activities to help establish this. We had football tournaments and theater plays. All of these unions and units of labor were dissolved after reunification of Germany. Here are photographs that I still kept. Sincerely, Trịnh Đức Thường. As I read his message, I wonder, how do I locate this story in the current time and space that I am in? Time passes, people move, memories and stories move along with them. What is left behind includes only remnants of places, buildings. Since the union dissolved, what traces of their political functions are left? I found the old Vietnamese embassy building that existed in the GDR and still stands today, in Berlin. The street name and postal code has changed. The building that once decided the fate of these young people is now a dentist's office and law consulting firm. Who else is supposed to remember this building? The second message reads, Dear Hằng, I arrived in the GDR in 1982. It was very difficult at first because they would control us like school children. That year, there was a football tournament, World Cup España. We wanted to watch the games but weren't allowed to. We barely spoke German. We decided to go to the supervisor's room, signal our hands towards the TV and saying Stadt, pointed to the city. The house supervisor got scared and allowed us to watch in silence. I was supposed to be the big brother of the group. There was Dung, a young girl from our group. She left the group to go somewhere no one knows without telling anyone. I regretted letting it happen and I still wonder where she is. Sincerely, Trần Trịnh Nghiệp. I wonder how common these stories are amongst the contract workers. The struggle with the new language, the strict control and regulation of the living environment, the relationship left unfinished, unknown. Here in Berlin, I found one of the biggest dormitories that hosted contract workers during that time, Straße 1. The building complex is now vacant, overgrown with plants and graffiti marks. Someone with a parallel story to the one I just read lived here. Someone else's story, friendship, regrets that I have not heard, occupies this corridor, this room. I stand in what used to be their space, but being at a distance from them. The third message reads, Dear Hằng, I came to the GDR in January 1988. My team works at a factory manufacturing trains, S-Bahns and U-Bahns called VEB LEV in Hennigsdorf, just outside of Berlin. I wonder if the public transport has changed much. If you have time, I would like to see these places again. How far away is Hennigsdorf from you? I would like to ask you for a favor. I have a friend who was my colleague during my time working there. We were very close. She saw me like a brother. This is a photo we took together in 1988. She also visited me for my birthday and wrote me a card. If you visit her now, she will be roughly around 60 to 70 years old. Sincerely, Nguyen. This time, I found the exact location of the factory. The building still stands there, with different names and owners, but with the same function. After that, I tried to find his colleague Frau Babel, but I could not find her. I wrote him that I was at Hennigsdorf and the public transport route was vaguely similar. Then, I sent a photograph of the factory building and apologized that I could not find his colleague. He thanked me for the photo and was happy to see the building again. He told me also that I went to the wrong address as Frau Babel lives in Pausen. Perhaps I will try once more to go find her. These photographs and stories come from everyone and everywhere. Some belong to the people I know, like my dad's best friend, and also, coincidentally, my best friend's dad. Some belong to complete strangers that I met along this process. They entrusted me with their intimate and personal stories, with their sad and happy moments, with their regrets and pride. Fragments of their lives are passed on, shared, revealed. Be present to them and to me.